What's up, MFFLs? Harrison Graham here from Chat Sports, back with another episode of Mavericks Today. And hey, you guys asked for it. LeBron James trade ideas. We explored the topic of LeBron potentially coming to Dallas on a prior video, but we'll get you the cliff notes if you missed that. Brian Windhorst hopped on Get Up and basically said, look, LeBron would love to play with Luka Doncic, and this is something that we've kind of known for a while because LeBron loves Luka Doncic and vice versa, and with the Lakers in shambles, that's more likely to happen in Dallas than Los Angeles, believe it or not. And I asked you in the last video, hey, do you guys want a LeBron James trade ideas video? We got enough yeses, so hey, here we are. We're cooking some up for you guys. Before we get to those trade ideas, some tradable assets for your Dallas Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr., who's obviously currently hurt, but by this offseason could be a guy you could trade. Jalen Brunson, that would have to be in a sign-in trade. Dorian Finney-Smith, who just signed a new deal, Dwight Powell, Reggie Bullock, and then Davis Bertans, Maxi Kleber, Spencer Dinwiddie. That was the key to that Porzingis trade. It just gave Dallas more of those, $10 to $20 million contracts that are much easier to trade than a $35 million contract of Kristaps Porzingis. All right, so here we go. Coming up, 5 LeBron James trade ideas. I'm excited. Couple of 3-team trades as well. Put up the deuces, meant to put up the trays as well. Should have gone the Dirk 3. That's what I should have done. But they're coming up in just a second, so stay tuned. But first, just pure question here. Should the Mavs trade for LeBron? Period. Type Y for yes. Type N for no. Let us know down in the comment section. All right, trade idea number 1 to land LeBron James. At first, these will be fairly simple, and then they'll get more complex. LeBron to Dallas for Tim Hardaway Jr., Reggie Bullock, Davis Bertans, and 3 first-round picks. The money works for all these. Put them all in the trade machine, so we're good there. And the 3 first-round picks would be 2022, so that would have to be on draft night, 25 and 27. Those are the first-round picks you're going to be able to trade if you are Dallas. This is probably the most reasonable path to a deal. It's pretty straightforward. They get Hardaway. They get 3 first-round picks. Bertans helps the salary out, yada, yada, yada. At the end of the day, the only way you're going to get LeBron is A, if he requests a trade, and B, if the Lakers basically concede, okay, we're going to hit the reset button here and trade LeBron. Let's get younger and let's get some future assets with those 3 first-round picks. That's what's happening in this trade, so there you go. Trade idea number 2. LeBron to Dallas for Tim Hardaway Jr., Jalen Brunson, so this have to be some sort of a sign-in trade, Davis Bertans, and 2 first-round picks. Same as last time, but you get Brunson in there, so I'm going to chop a first-round pick off because I think he's got first-round pick value, does Jalen Brunson with how he's played the past couple of years. Listen, I love Brunson, but if I have to sign and trade him to get LeBron, I got to consider it, right? It's the only way to avoid giving up 3 first-round picks. So in this scenario, you wouldn't have to make the trade on draft night. You could trade the 2025 and 2027 first, in theory. Again, obviously the Lakers would have to agree to these trades, but these are about the best trades the Mavs can offer. Jalen Brunson, could be a future All-Star in this league. I think that's possible. Get a couple of first-round picks and some salary fillers. Could be an option. I don't know if LA would take it, but that's trade idea number 2. Trade idea number 3. LeBron to Dallas for Tim Hardaway, Spencer Dinwiddie, Josh Green, and 3 first-round picks. So I'm trading him Dinwiddie, who's having a hell of a second half here. Tim Hardaway, who's still a good knockdown shooter. Josh Green, former first-round pick, who's had a nice little second season. He'd get some more run for a rebuilding Lakers team in this scenario, plus 3 first-round picks. The Mavs would have better ammunition had they drafted a Sadiq Bey or a Desmond Bane, but I think Josh Green has shown enough promise this year that he could be a nice little asset. You throw him 3 firsts, Hardaway and Dinwiddie for LeBron. The money lines up. You're giving him 3 first-round picks. It's a decent offer. I think the one with Brunson is probably a little bit more appealing for Los Angeles. Now, before we get to our last 2 trade ideas, and they are spicy, so stay tuned. Get going with our sportsbook partner, BetUS. If you want to go bet on NBA playoff games, including the Mavs, which, by the way, you're watching this video on a Sunday probably, which means, hey, playoffs just around the corner. Chatsports.com/MFFL. Promo code MFFL to get 125% deposit bonus. Put down $100. You get 125 for free. Plenty of extra money to bet on with. during the NBA playoffs. And here are the current NBA title odds. The Phoenix Suns favorites at plus 275, Milwaukee Bucks at plus 550. I'm still surprised. Brooklyn at plus 650. I mean, they're going to have to go through the play-in tournament. They haven't even clinched a playoff spot, and they still have the third best odds. Miami at plus 900, Boston at plus 900. I can't remember what Dallas is. I think like plus 1,200 last time I checked. Decent value if they can get up to that 3 seed and avoid Phoenix until the conference finals. You want to go lay a little tenner on them, you can. Chatsports.com/MFFL. Promo code is MFFL to get that 125% deposit bonus. Get going with BetUS today if you want to make some money during the NBA playoffs. All right, trade idea number 4. 3-teamer. Let's have fun. LeBron to the Mavericks, John Wall, Jalen Brunson, and 2 first-round picks to the Lakers, Russell Westbrook, and a first to Houston. So let me break this one down. So Mavs, simple, you get LeBron James. Lakers take on John Wall, basically swap him and Westbrook. They also, or Houston's going to want a first-round pick to take on Westbrook. So one of those comes from Dallas. And then Dallas sends 2 more to Los Angeles to get LeBron. So basically, you're sending 3 to Los Angeles for LeBron, but they're getting rid of Russ, so they're going to give away one of those first to Houston. They get Brunson as well as a young, promising player. Maybe John Wall, gives them a little something the last year of his deal. So there you go. That's a 3-team trade to get LeBron James. Thought I'd have some fun with that one there. You think that one's fun? Stay tuned for this upcoming one when it comes to this trade idea. Let me know. Who wins this trade between the Houston Rockets and the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Lakers? Type DAL for the Mavs, type HOU for the Rockets, or you can type LAL for the Lakers. Come on, isn't it the team that gets LeBron? That's what I say at the end of the day. All right, one more 3-team trade, and buckle up, in the words of a great disciple, because this one had my brain foggy trying to make it work. Here we go. LeBron James and Alec Burks to the Mavericks. You get LeBron, you get a nice little 3-and-D piece. The Lakers receive Julius Randle, Evan Fournier, Reggie Bullock, Nerlens Noel, Josh Green, and 2 first-round picks from the Mavs. The Knicks receive Anthony Davis, a first-round pick from the Mavs, Sterling Brown, Dwight Powell, and Spencer Dinwiddie. Wow. So there you go. That is the trade between these. And by the way, the money works. I made it work. I've got the screenshot evidence to prove it. If you don't believe me, slide in the DMs at HGrabNFL. I will prove it to you guys. I don't know if all the compensation is something these teams would agree to, but money-wise, it works in the trade machine. So who wins that complex trade? LeBron and Burks? Screw it, man. I'll take those 2 pieces. Type M for Mavs, type K for Knicks, type L for Lakers. Who wins this blockbuster 3-team trade? Go ahead and let us know down in the comments. All right, thought we'd have some fun here on today's show. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you made it to this point in the video, please subscribe if you haven't already. More videos to come throughout the weeks. And hey, playoff preview video soon. For real. Let's have some fun. YouTube.com/MavsTV. No promises, but there has been some talk about some playoff watch parties, so buckle up, stay tuned for that. Maybe do it once the Mavs hit the road, because I promised my wife I'd take her to a home playoff game. But when they're on the road, we could probably cook one up for you guys. So YouTube.com/MavsTV, and there you go, here on Mavericks Today.